Welcome you all for this talk show, In Conversation with, once again. The purpose of In Conversation with talk series is all about empowering entrepreneurs and empowering society in general, which is a core objective of this program. This is the 19th edition of this series. This is powered by Sea Change Consulting, Chennai. Thank you for your wonderful support watching every week session talk series, and my deepest heartfelt thanks to each one of you who are watching this program. Every week I'm delighted to host a leader from business world, professional circles, who are actually anonymous, silent revolutionaries, and known to only their own field of interest. But to make India more vibrant and to see the change, I wish to present them in the digital space, whatever the best I can, for youth of this country and aspiring entrepreneurs, startups to get benefited. Today, before I introduce the guest to you all, I just wish to think, rather I would request you to think a word called safety. The moment I use the word safety, what comes to your mind? Kindly make a note mentally. Take a couple of seconds to make a note of it. Let me get on to my business now. Today's guest is not just an entrepreneur whom I'm going to interview or in conversation with. He is more than an entrepreneur. I've gone through his life history in one of the magazines which was published some time ago. I'm deeply touched to go through his profile and his childhood experiences in life. The man who has seen life beyond one's imagination, if I put it in right perspective. He commenced his entrepreneurial journey 32 years ago. Today, this organization is number one in South India. If I'm right, he has to acknowledge to that. I understand that he has done multiple 100 crores of organizations, close to about 400 crores or so. 1,000 people are working with him, associated with him. And he's practicing human values in his entrepreneurial journey with the highest standards of ethics and integrity and honesty. I have been talking to several of his associates without his knowledge. I got to know that I am deeply honored to host such a great guest in our show, In Conversation with. I would like to share three important quotes of our guest today. Several quotes he has written, but I've chosen three quotes which are deeply touched. Number one, he said, I don't want my life safety knowledge to be burnt or buried by my son when I die. I'm in a hurry to create hundreds of trainers for passing on my knowledge. Number two, I have a dream of making India disaster-free by creating 1,000 life safety trainers. Be my life safety partners. In fact, this quote he has written long ago. I'm sure he would have achieved it. The third quote goes like this. God, if you want, take away everything you gave, but please don't take away my ability to do programs till the last breath of my life. This gentleman, a senior veteran in the industry, an entrepreneur, who is the chairman and managing director of Usha Group of Companies, Mr.K.Jagadish Adapa. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you. I'm touched.
Thank you. And viewers, Mr. Jagadish Adapa is the managing director of Usha Safety Equipments Private Limited, Usha Armored Private Limited, and he's a founder of Life Savers Club. We will discuss about that as we go along. And he has done more than 10,000 training programs beyond his business in terms of safety across the country with the 33 trainers. Of course, these 10,000 programs done by himself independently. And he has built 33 trainers. Maybe the numbers would have been increased now. In 16 different languages across the country. This is Mr. Jagadish Adapa. Let me also share few insights about Mr. Jagadish Adapa, a passionate and enthusiastic trainer on life-saving skills and disaster management, who has conducted more than 10,000 training programs over the last 39 years. He is instrumental in creating thousands of lifesavers across the country. He has created teams for emergency response in many places and in many organizations. His training sessions are loved by one and all due to his simple yet powerful communication with his unique sense of humor. We are going to experience that as we go along. A BSc graduate from Mangalore University, he started his career as a sales and service representative in Steel Age Industries Fire Protection Division in the year 1979. It was the year 1988 when he went on to start his own company. The company is Usha Fire Safety Equipments Private Limited, which has branches all over the country today. He has been trained in fire safety by British Fire Safety Association, London, and the National Fire Safety Association of America. Trained in first aid and CPR by the American Heart Association. He had started a club called Life Savers Club, which I just said a few minutes ago, to conduct free training programs in life-saving skills in the schools and colleges and to the public in general to deal with emergency situations. Apart from being Managing Director of Usha Fire Safety, he is also Director of Usha Armor Private Limited. When it strikes the Crisis Management Private Limited. With this vast experience and vast knowledge, Mr. Jagadish Adapa, I would put it in one single sentence which I read in one of the magazines recently, that he has in fact changed firefighting industry to a life-saving industry. With that, let's get into my business of in conversation with Mr. Jagadish Adapa. Sir, it's a proud privilege to interview with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, boss. It is too much about me, and it gives me humiliating experience that file looking back gives me a lot of happiness. Thank you very much for making good research on that.
My pleasure, sir. My pleasure.
Thank you.
Sir, this conversation is more of a very, very informal conversation.
Yes.
So I have created 4 segments to interview with you. Okay. So let me get on to my segment 1. The segment 1 is all about personal journey of yours. The first question is your education background and your birthplace. That's very, very important. I think Kudwai is your birthplace in Mangalore city, if I'm right, if my pronunciation is correct. And your school days and your family life, your parents. And would you be able to share those insights now?
Sure. Going back on that flashback, on 1956, I was born in Kerala, in a place called Kasaragod. It was a border area between Mangalore and Kerala. And I was born and a beautiful family. My father, mother, 2 brothers, Jayashil Adapa, my immediate brother, and my immediate sister, Usha, plus my younger brother, Ravi Shankar. I was there in Kerala. By birth, you can say I'm a Keralite. But we speak Tulu at home and Kannada outside. And there's a border area. You can imagine our main house is in Karnataka, bathroom and other areas are all in Kerala. I'm a unique person that way. After 8 years, my grandfather thought we should not be there. So it's a big joint family house. He purchased his own house in actual Karnataka in a place called Kaduai. That's how we are, not Kaduai, K.Jagadish Adapa. And that's how we came to Karnataka, being shifted from that side of the road to this side. And yes, what to do? Life gives its own ups and downs. When I was a 6th standard boy, I lost my mother, brother, and sister, Usha, in a very different situation. I was the witness for that. But my regret was, people were very good swimmers. They jumped into the well. They brought everyone out. but they never knew the next step. That's how I was not fortunate enough to be with the big family of father, mother, two brothers and sister. Sorry for that, because that's how every time when I relive, that flashback comes. Okay. And I was going to school in our village. It's the deepest part of our Bangalore. It's a village. No electricity, no bathroom, no toilet, no electricity. I saw electricity when I was a seventh standard boy. 7 kilometers up, 7 kilometers back for the school. Up to sixth standard, only one teacher, Govinda Master. He never taught me math. He never taught me English. And but it was good being with the nature, learning, playing in the water. Amazing life it was. Kannada medium, mother tongue. Then completed 10th. Went to college. When I went to college, it was 2 years, plus one, plus two. It was a surprise for me in St. Aloysius College. People talk English. From Kannada medium to English, it was a horrible life for me because I wanted to pass. I wanted to pass, but then every word I should refer dictionary and understand what it is, Kannada to English. In plus two, mathematics was the toughest subject because I never had the base knowledge. But I was going to the college. I never bunked even a single class. I was very sincere because in my generation, I'm the first person. So my relatives had a lot of hopes on me. When maths exam came, I became nervous, and the result came. I created a record. Out of 100, I got zero. I went to the exam hall with the feeling that out of 100, at least 30 will come because it's objective type paper. I can look this way and I can give some signal and I can pass through, but I was not successful. Anyhow, 1 year wasted. One Radha Krishnan, physics instructor, became my coach in teaching math from the base, and I got 62. After wasting 1 year, I passed. And then went to college, BSc, chemistry, botany, zoology. In chemistry, again, mathematics came. It never left me. Again, horrible life of preparing for the exam. Somehow, with a third class, I passed, just passed. And that's all about my. Today, myself, my Jaishil Adapa, my brother, we are called Fire Brothers in India. I lost my younger brother, Ravi Shankar, plus Usha. So my mother's mother became my mother, and my mother's sisters became my mother. That's how I got four mothers.
I mean, I know the emotions began because I have gone through the entire family history, and when I didn't want to go deep into that because it was something completely emotional, and from there, how you came up. Today's children in the society are having all the facilities available on their fingertip. Dads, the parents, dads and moms always give all the luxuries of life, but you have started from, I wouldn't say zero, from minus. And let's see how you're going to share all those experiences of how you really reach the sky, even beyond, during this conversation. Sir, now I'd like to ask you a question about, again, segment one, personal journey, about your job and career. I guess you moved to Chennai after your studies
Correct.
for a job, I guess.
Correct.
Would you be able to share those thoughts, reflecting back?
Yeah, of course. As I told you, with a lot of anxiety, nervousness, I got my third class in BS. That was a big news for me. It's like Oscar award that I'm passed. And my parents were all agriculturists. Father is only sixth standard and a farmer, and my mother not gone to school. And now they expected me to become a white collar person. Karnataka Bank, Vijaya Bank, Corporation Bank, Syndicate Bank, almost all the banks are from South Canada. Apply, no reply. Because everywhere there will be written test, my background about math failed. And then I thought I should end up like a good agriculturist, a role model agriculturist with the dairy farm, chicken farm, whatever that it is. But then when the relatives, my grandfather, grandmother came to know about this, they were revolting. They said, no, you must be the white collar person. And they hold someone, one of my distant relative, I.S. Adwa. He was the vice president of Steel Age Industries Limited, Mini Max Division, Fire Protection Division. He gave a letter. With this letter, go to Chennai. and
Okay.
they will select you. And with that letter, I got Chennai Express and I came to Chennai. At that time, it was Madras. And the person who saw me like this during the interview, he understood my English. It's horrible. Believe me, first time I started speaking in English because when I was there in Bangalore, I never had the chance. One day I spoke to neighbors or neighbor, there's two little smart girls. From the village, when I went to Mangalore house and the auntie's house, they came. They're all of 10th standard, 11th standard girls and boys. I asked her, where is your name? She ran away. My auntie called me in the evening. Did you talk to those girls? I said, yes. Don't talk to them, she said. Poor girl. She said, you don't know English. I thought I should not speak. Only after coming. And he realized my background is very bad. The guy does not know Tamil. Guy does not know English. Are you ready to go to Vizag? Because he can't say no to the relatives later. I said, I'm ready because I never knew where is Vizag, Vishakhapatnam. And he said, work here as a sales and service mechanic for 15 days. Then you go. I said, all right. After 15 days, says, can you work here only? Because I brought a lot of spare parts order. I never knew what it is, but then he thought I'm good. That's why I settled down in Chennai, Minimax division, as a sales and service person. First year in Woodlands Hotel, there was a conference, South India Sales Reps Conference. As a sales and service person, I was also eligible to participate in that. Evening, they say the best salesman of the year award goes to Jagadish Adapa. That was my turning point.
Oh,
And
wow.
first time in my life, someone says you're good, and someone says you're excellent. That is the turning point
Oh,
for me.
wonderful.
So that's why I'm keeping all these things in front of me. They're all my signages that you're good. You're all good. Whoever is watching this, you're all much better than me in many ways. If at all society says you're not good, it's your problem. It's their problem. So anyhow,
Correct.
and then 2 more years, never looked back. And continuously I got that shield. And then they promoted me as sales officer, group leaders. And I was very successful in managing because I know how to work. Right from opening the extinguisher, filling it, doing all those things. That was a great advantage. I thank God. You made me a service mechanic first, then a sales rep, then a group leader, manager. Whoever came along with me, they all became the next best salesman of the year. I think that's my privilege. M.S. Sriram, Kalyan Raman, Anbalagan, P. Kannan, G.B. Shankar. I love that because whoever came around me in the company, they become the best. And that's how 8 years I worked in that division. And my professional journey, the same company, 320 rupees salary, and commission was there, quite good commission. Again, I'm thankful to
Okay.
God. You never gave me a big salary right in the beginning. That this is a small salary for surviving or to give the room rent, but the remaining salary you have to make out of your work, 2.5% commission. I was earning around 1,800 rupees at that time.
Oh,
Up to 1988, I worked like that.
phenomenal. It was a big money by then.
Yes. My brother was there in Tumkur studying BE, and I had to send money to him. I was hungry at work.
Fantastic. That is really fantastic. And uh, and then how this entrepreneurial journey started from there.
Thank you. Worked with the single mind because I never applied because not that I don't want to apply. I never knew how to apply, how to go for interview. And my brother, Jayashil Adapa, though he's my younger brother, he also joined Steely Minimax division in the hydrogen system division. He resigned 1 year before me and started a company by name Usha Sales Corporation. When I say Usha, we both brothers named the company as Usha after our sister's name. So he made it a record-breaking success. You know what's his product? This was his product, grip
Okay.
expansion bolt. At that time, people never knew. I'm very
Okay.
proud of my brother. He's a B. Because of me, joined marketing. When he resigned and started, this was the product. Drill
Okay.
a hole, put it inside. It's called expansion bolt. Then you can hang anything. But they actually used to go with a team and hang because people never believe that this can do that job of mounting heavy machineries or
Yes.
fans. Now it's concept. So he was very successful. We could see his car. We could see his money. He supported the family, means my mother, sisters, everyone. That motivated me that
Mhm.
I should, because I also thoroughly enjoyed firefighting work. Along with that,
Mm.
somewhere I started my training activities in Minimax itself of getting more and more order. I used to tell people, come outside, I'll show you how to operate. No one trained me, pouring some petrol on the floor and doing it. And it was a self exploration. That's how, in the year on 11/11/1988, we started a company. Jaishil started in 1986. And we together, and plus my brother in law, Praveen Shetty, and wife's brother, he is also my relative, even otherwise. So in the year 1988, we started Usha Fire Safety Equipment Private Limited. We never knew anything about branding and anything. We wanted our sister's name to be there, and plus stomach should be filled. That's it. That was the only aim at that time. No big goal, no big. But we are passionate about the job of firefighting, extinguisher refilling, servicing, selling, and giving good service to the customer. That's how Veerabhadra Street we started, and in a single bedroom house. Vasanti, Janaki, Mukundan, Palani, Ravinaran, Ravindran, Sridhar Ranganathan, Padma, Mohan Rangan, Magesh, like that. God sent many people, and each one of them made. They're all better than me today, and they're in the company. They are in the company with a 20 years experience, 30 years experience, 30. The names, whatever I said, they're all with 30 years experience. Because the company is
You
33 or
know,
32. That's how we worked along with them, and they made it great. And today, Usha Fire Safety Equipment Limited, you said Southern India. No, we are in India because we are
oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
we are around 60 people are more than 20 years in this company. 60 people are more than 20 years. And we have to grow, otherwise, how they will grow. That's why we open branches everywhere. So even in Delhi, Kolkata, everywhere we are there with in a very small way, very small job it is, with a lot of people required. So journey was beautiful, and the activities is really fulfilling because every job what we do is directly related to saving life and preventing accident. That's how journey was good. 33 years now. Choral celebration should happen 35th year,
Wonderful,
and
wonderful. Look forward to it. Sir, if you when I spoke to a couple of your associates or people whom you dealt with, they were all telling me this one important aspect about you is you remember people right from the day one. Whoever has worked with you, whoever has been with you, your
mm,
memory is so strong that you know that it's all about gratitude which you demonstrate, which is one of the hallmark of successful entrepreneurship in my understanding in my life. This one is very very profound. The second part is, in fact, though I read a couple of your articles, which was published in Frozen Thoughts, today Infinitism. Earlier it was called Frozen Thoughts.
correct.
I was
Mm,
really moved, and even I didn't have that connect. I didn't actually connect the dots. Why this Usha Fire Safety? What is the name behind this name of the organization? Now I'm able to now feel like it was named after your sister's demise. So it's really truly touching. In rather in Tamil cinema field, movie field, director Visu
mm,
recently died. He used to always have a character, a lady character, heroine character called Uma.
mm,
And I immediately recollected when this organization Usha Fire said, what made him to put this name Usha? Now I'm able to connect. It has got a lot of deeper connection, emotional connect as well. Friends, people are watching this. I like to share one more input to you all. I hope you all agree. Um, an empire of this size is built not just overnight. It has undergone phenomenal sacrifices of several people. Of course, the managing director of a company who started his life from somewhere minus. If you go and read his profile, you will be able to really appreciate it. We don't want to go deep into that because it has got a lot of emotional side of the story. From there, he has really gone to this level and growing massively. 35th year is going to celebrate is something truly phenomenal. We don't have to really look for Western world to learn about entrepreneurial journey. Right here in India, right here in South India, right here in this part of the world. In fact, I'm proud to say that I'm from Chennai. So a person who's right now in Chennai, having headquarters in Chennai, operating like this, which is truly, truly awesome and inspirational one. Sir, thank you very much for your personal journey, though it is a very short time I took it. I'd like to go to the segment two, which is the very important segment in this whole show. Is about the segment name is called Empowering MSMEs.
Okay.
Under this Empowering MSMEs, I'd like to ask a couple of questions to learn from you. First one is during the interview beginning, I told people to think about the meaning of safety in their own parlance. So I'm going to ask you the same question: what is safety? What are the types of safety measures one needs to know in life?
Beautiful question it is. What safety means to you? Ask every person. I used to ask this question with everyone. Safety means what? Some people say security, some people say my life, some people say my family. I lost my family because my villager friends knew swimming, but they never knew the art of removing the water from the lungs and then giving mouth to mouth respiration. They never knew. Or my sister Usha, when she had the highest fever, when the temperature went beyond certain level, the simple technique of taking a cold towel, putting in the cold water and putting it here. When someone else was about to do it, my grandmother said, "Don't do it. If you do it, the temperature will increase further. We'll take her to the hospital." That means what? Lack of awareness of giving cold compression made my sister to go. Brain got switched off, means injured, and thereby was growing physically but not mentally. That's what made my mother to end up all the three life for my and my brother's good future, maybe. She thought how to manage a mentally retarded girl. Now you tell me, what is safety? Safety is life. Safety, life security can come only if you know how to manage. We are all talking about education. Swami Vivekananda said, education without the life safety knowledge is incomplete. If you don't know how to save your mother, your brother, whatever the disaster event happens, if you don't have that knowledge, your education is incomplete. From that point, I'm literate, most of you are illiterate. I'm sorry to say this. Because our education system never taught us anything. Do you know when LPG gas leaks, suddenly there is a smell coming? Most of the people say, what do you do? There's a fan in rotation. I'll go and switch off the fan. You create a disaster because the spark came. You should not touch electrical switches. When I ask them when the LPG gas leaks, the catches fire in the kitchen room, bada, there's a big sound. What you should do? You should get out of the house. I know. But what you should do before going out the doors and windows, what you should do? Just I'll go and open the door. That means you're inviting fire on your body. It needs more oxygen. And when the gas leaks from here, what you should do? You have to call someone. What you are talking? 14.5 kg gas is coming out. They say, white safety cap, remove the regulator, put the safety cap and lock it. Instead of that, people are rolling it and creating disaster. There are 21 points on this. And I don't have time today to talk to you. When that child is in the water, someone bring the child out, like Chitra, how she lost her daughter in Dubai. After 14 years of prayer, she got, but she never knew how to remove the water. She went down because only after hear water. After bringing the child out, put the child upside down, press it 3-4 times, and see that the water is coming out of the lungs, and give 2 times Dirgha Swasam and press the chest 30 times. Watch it in the YouTube. You will learn. You don't need a teacher to train you. True. But the question should come in your mind. You see a horrible road accident, you've got a mobile in the hand. Which number you should dial? Now you're not clear. 108, Kanyakumari to Kashmir, the number is same. Most of the time, our mind will not work. There is fire on the body in the kitchen room. The lady is coming out on the Kartik Deepam day and moving around and became 2.5 kg ash. She does not know that I should cover my face, drop myself to the floor, top, drop, and roll technique. And what is the first aid you should give for what fire burn? Water. Immediately, instead of they put ink or they cover with a grease and I don't know what nonsense. Even I never knew this. God pushed me after removing 3 people from my life. You learn out of the pain and then teach. Safety, without that, your graduation certificate, no use. Collect 2 certificates. Let it be one on fire safety, one is on disaster management, one on first aid. And let this subject be incorporated in the schools and college level. No, not in the college level, school level. Before the guy getting into college, then you can say, you will understand safety. You say why to wear the mask. A lot of awareness is there. And we'd say that a lot of people died. Only 50,000 people died. But you know one thing out of Corona. But do you know one thing, my dear friends? 1.5 lakh people die every year in India only because of road accidents, and more than 2 lakh people die because of natural calamities. Altogether, we lose, and fire accident alone is taking more than 50,000 lives every year. This is all recorded statement. You can take me to court if I'm wrong. Now, 4 lakh people, imagine the life loss. Is it the same way in all the other developed countries? It is within 1,000. In Olympic medal, we are in the end in the chart. In life loss, we are on top. Are you happy, my dear friends? The person I know, I'm not creating any sort of emotion with you. The pain is so much. Now I realize, if only I had the knowledge, my mother would have been alive, my sister would have been alive, my brother would have been alive. Would you like? So safety means life. All your other thing is no use. Like the boatman was about to cross from this side of the river to the other side. The Panditji asked him, "Have you read Bhagavad Gita?" He said, "I know only my Gita neighbor girl." Do you know Raman? He said, half of your life is waste. At the time, turbulent weather, the boat started shaking violently. This boatman asked Panditji, do you know swimming? He said, I don't know swimming. Sir, your life is gone. And he jumped out and swam and went to the other side. Tell me, friends, I'm sorry if I'm overreacting on this. Learn, please. Safety means life. Mother protected you for 9 months and brought you out. But the same mother, after that, she does not know how to save her child. Now, at least will you learn and teach these techniques to your mother? Yeah. Sorry.
This is really profound. Very, very. It's a lesson. It's a lesson from others' experience, at least. And yes, we all have to learn the basic stuff, the basics. The basics of life-saving techniques. I'm sure you. Okay, I'll come to that Lifesavers Club initiatives later in my segment 3.
Please.
Sir, now I like to listen to you on the genesis of Usha Fire Safety Equipments or Usha Group of Companies as an organization, and what kind of products and services that you do, and whom you do, and how you do.
Very good. I'm here to reveal everything. I got a lot of materials around me, but time factor. But in short, I can tell you, when we started Usha, we said, who is our boss, whom we should serve? And we all said, out of brainstorming, made them to understand customer is our boss, customer is our relative, customer is our king, customer is our God. That's very clear. When this point is clear, then each team, in a unison manner, they have to work to make the customer happy. Then we coined a tagline. I don't know, my English is not good. Don't worry about it. And the tagline was, we want your lifelong association for saving life and property. Every customer, once we bring, we want to convert him as our client for lifelong. We don't want to lose it. Getting a customer is difficult. So we decided that. And people all worked, everyone with a lot of passion and energy. It was beautiful. The product, each and every product is amazing. But people don't know how to use it. We thought we should train people. Training should become an integral part. Every salesperson, every manager should be good in communication. Without communication, this cannot reach. So we sharpened. I was zero in communication. I wanted to commit suicide the day in Minimax. They selected me for the best sales manager talk, experts talk. How I managed to beat the competition in Chennai or in Tamil Nadu. When the day came very close, I became nervous because my 20 minutes talk was not ready. Even today, I was nervous because he gave me 60 minutes. I value your time. I was very nervous. If I don't do good, then 60 minutes of so many people's life will be wasted. And I could not. And I canceled my flight ticket, my stay in a star hotel. My brother Jayashil brought a Minolta red color camera saying, you are selected as one of the best 5 managers. This fool had the fear of public speaking. When Ganesh Nayak, my relative, asked me, you're fearful of something? I said, yes, of public speaking. You go to Mr. and Mrs. Ramanathan's public speaking class without telling anyone. 14 Sundays I went to Palm Grove. I learned this skill. I never knew that. I thought when I see you all talking, I thought it's all God-given gift. It's not God-given gift, it's a skill. And that's how we made everyone, including a mechanical trainer in this company. But of course, now we have got exclusive trainers. Their job is only training. Then we said, what will be our motto? Usha Fire should remain as a non-smoking organization, non-drinking organization. In any of our conference in the last so many years, not even a single champagne bottle nor beer bottle got opened. You may ask me, so this is very orthodox way. I said, we are talking about saving life. How we can break that rule? At least on that day, don't. In our conference, in our meeting till today, this is a record. This is a real record. That's how we set certain amount of values, standpoints. Then a lot of other people came like mentors and role models for us. We got a lot of inspiration. So that's how, yes, sir, the values.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So that's how the Usha Safety Equipments Private Limited has established very well. And I guess you have branches across the country, multiple
Everywhere, in
locations.
almost all the major cities, we have got our own building. One thing we decided, wherever we start our branch, first purchase a land and construct your building, because after that, you should not come out of that place saying that the
Okay.
business is not good. So
Okay.
today we have got everywhere. I'm very proud. Not only me, when I say it's not me, those 30
Absolutely.
years old employees plus other people, they made it. I'm just watching it and enjoying their growth at
Phenomenal.
the age of
That's
65.
it's phenomenal. Very profound. And a deep sense of gratitude you demonstrated. So I'm really happy about it.
When you said gratitude, I want to know
And
this.
then you
This
also
is my,
have Usha.
just 1 second. I got a
Oh,
garland
okay.
here.
Okay.
I don't want to forget those people in my life forever. It's all there in my workstation here in my house. Who made us stronger? A banyan tree. All those employees, some of the friends and relatives. So never forget. Only gratitude, attitude can take us to the higher altitude. And if you forget that, then what is that success you're going to achieve? I really don't know. It is the value we got from our villagers. I'm a villager. I'm a farmer's son. I think I'm grateful to God for putting me there and now giving me the city luxury and watching both. Thank you. Sorry.
Phenomenal. A wonderful convergence, I would say. So after that, you started Usha Armor Private Limited, then Life Savers Club, I guess disaster management services. So would you be able to share those services for general public to know?
Okay. See, one side product, okay? Life safety product is vast ocean. Most of you students may not be knowing. BE fire is there. ME fire is there. BE safety. So it's there. It's a big ocean. And no one knows. Very now, of course, most of the people they know that. Now, product-wise, okay, umpteen number of products are there. Then we thought training is and that started giving money. Today, our entire company is supported with the money revenue coming out of training and commanding good price. This old man can earn in a day 50,000 rupees for my I don't know what morning one program, afternoon program, and getting people out and making them to stand and firing them and telling them, "No, you go inside." For that, people have money. Money is honey. And that is required very badly during this type of service industry to support them in a very big way. So we started when it strikes crisis management as a company. Training we separated, but then it's growing beautifully. Usha Armor Private Limited is nothing but my brother is running the show from Karnataka and Delhi and other areas. We have got to understand this area is this brother, this area, this brother, this Andhra Pradesh by my mother's sister, some Srira Shetty and Praveen Shetty, Sarvam Safety Private Limited. They're all, of course, Sarvam Safety Private Limited is only for head to toe protection, personal protection equipment. Today, you all know this is a PPE. Earlier, no
Okay.
one knew when we say PPE, personal protection equipment. They don't understand. Today, that's how we started all those things. But we never went outside the safety and security area, mainly safety area, life safety area. So that's how it happened.
Okay. Wonderful, wonderful. So one side you are offering products and services. Another side you are also educating people, creating awareness and how to use it. So I guess you are bringing both into the organization so that people just don't buy and keep
Correct.
it as a showcase
Correct.
product. They have to make it
Yeah.
usable. Sir, when it comes to organization, I have this question on behalf of several people that many times people are not adequately spending proper investment for safety products, be it a home or be it an organization.
Mhm.
So, what is your take on that?
I want to correct you, sir. In every organization, they've got everything related to safety. They spend a lot of money, because
Okay.
there is a very strict rules and regulations. National Building Code, Factory Inspector Act, and electrical inspector, fire officer, everybody. You can't violate the rule and start. They buy it for the rule's sake, but after that, Are they going to maintain properly? Are they going to train their people? You think is the question. There we are coming in the picture, both for
Okay.
maintenance. We have got PF and ESI, paid service mechanics. We call them service representatives. A company's good or bad will be decided not by salespeople, not by the managing worker like me. It is by the service people who give the service. So they have to be our own people, not that so outsourced people or freelance basis coming and doing it. So it has got that type of bigger meaning in terms of doing that. And what's your what else you want to know, sir?
So, which means you are actually not only supplying products, you are also giving a lot of training and awareness for how to make use of it when the tough
Absolutely.
situation.
And sir, initially it was free. Now it's paid. For the customer is paid because they know it is without this certificate they cannot run. Because every ISO auditor, everyone will ask, where is the certificate? How many people got trained? Of course, this training needs, it's not like going with the water bottle and talking, and it is a very dynamic program. And they're paying good money. And other thing, other than, yeah, Corporate Social Responsibility Act. I never knew what is the CSR. But right from Virabhadra Street, we used to go on every Sunday the street corners and educate public. Free program, street programs.
Okay.
See, and school programs. I got all those photographs here, but my purpose is not to impress people. I am already comfortable. But the people who are listening, don't say how to do it. There are different ways of managing. Are you sincere? That's the question. Are you innovative? Are you thinking out of the box and coming out? Customers should say, I want this company. It's like a marriage, it should be lifelong. So that's how one side training, another side corporate social responsibility job of educating. That is free. We don't charge money. Even today, I'm telling you, any one of you want me on a Sunday, I'll come if it is in Chennai. In a building, 2 hours in the open area. Then you all will become my friends for life. You will be in my pocket. And you will give me a lot of
I
business.
am absolutely. I'm able to see that you are doing such services for a lot of
Mm,
colleges. I could see a lot of photographs in your website where you go to colleges and address children and
correct.
youth of different colleges. That's a
Mm.
wonderful job. Phenomenal. Sir, the next question is about the COVID situation. I saw your website where you talked about COVID Marshall, some products you have launched it. So, what kind of awareness creation you do, and what kind of support system that you wanted to bring it in the society?
Sir, tell me in this journey, before me leaving my body and going up, God said, I'll give you a bigger challenge of saving people against COVID, a invisible virus. And whoever wrote any book, stole my cheese, even this fellow could not predict that something like this invisible enemy can come and disrupt your business. And today, who are we? Who I am to say I can save? But then we started learning. There was no reference point. From a point of our own self, now we are doing it because we are famous for training. And every company says we want ERT. ERT means emergency response team. ERT. ERT.
Okay.
Whenever the alarm sound is
Okay.
given, let's say in any building, the moment emergency happens, I know like you should know how to trigger the alarm, either manually or through the detectors like this automatically, or wherever you see a manual call point, go and press it. This is for any emergency, right? Fire, earthquake, bomb threat, flood, any situation. If your people to be safe, have to be evacuated safely, and you should be the leader. In a school or college, teacher selected some one of you as a class monitor only for the minimum of that dusting and carrying all the books going behind the teacher up to the staff room. But you wanted to become a class leader, right? But why don't want
Correct.
you to become a floor leader? You are called
Correct.
ERT, Emergency Response Team Leader. And this leader can make or break. If he is good, within 3 minutes, he will save everybody's life. That's where this is important, this knowledge. And that involves basic fire safety, basic first aid, evacuation techniques. Now you are talking COVID. We never knew. I never knew. As a 65 years man, they don't allow me inside my office. Today I'm operating from a house office. Old man, no, government rule says you're old, you're prone. So don't come. From that area of zero, it's good sometime to learn on our own. Today we could master. Sheshadri is one of our senior corporate trainer, very powerful trainer, better than me in many areas, and designed a beautiful program, half day program, what they should do, what are all the rules and regulations they should follow, standard operating procedure related to this most dangerous threat. And okay, someone got a little shivering and temperature. Now, how he should be handled without creating panic, all these things. And even we have to evacuate that particular floor so that disinfection, sanitization can be done. It's a beautiful, lovely topic. We are doing it for
Mm-hmm.
industries and
Mm-hmm.
COVID marshal. Like ERT, the same person should be becoming the COVID marshal. There's no big difference. ERT member is called COVID marshal,
Correct.
both from the point
One,
of prevention and also from the point of managing that person or a situation. Both he has to do. Yes. And products we
I also
deal now.
saw
Now,
that
now
very good.
yeah.
Yeah.
We deal with the product right from the mask up to everything, but the best quality. You know why? Here, no compromise on quality. Why? It is the life and threat situation. I can give a sanitizer saying this will work, but it's not working. What do they use? Instead of that, better wash it. No, anyhow, you have to. So, and also for our survival, we told each and every person, come on, sell, 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 sell. Otherwise, struggle, suffer, starve. What happens? You want to survive. So not permanently we'll be dealing with the COVID safety product till the time everything comes back to normal. We also want to give because it's an essential part of the training in COVID March. Yeah,
I understand. I also saw that you have COVID essentials
yeah,
as a product range.
yes,
You have
yes,
wide spectrum of products which are required. So that's wonderful. You are catching on to the current trend also. So that's really
correct.
nice because you are a dynamic leader. So you will be able to adapt to the changing situations. I really appreciate that. And sir, now we have come to the segment two, the last question,
Mm.
which is about one of your past experience, unforgettable experience in the safety, fire safety and disaster management scenarios.
Unforgettable incident from the point of fire safety. What I can say, we never killed anyone till today during any training program. Believe me, it is not just talking and coming out. We have to create fire. We have to make people to fight. Minor incidents happen, minor burn. But thank God, till today, no one died. If someone had died, it would have been not only unforgettable incident for me, this company would have been closed by this time by the competitors and by the media. But when government to department they are doing, people died. National, I'll not name. But God gave us wisdom through Moise Ahmad. He was the director of fire service called in Nagpur. He saw our energy and we saw his energy. We invited him to take voluntary retirement and he joined us as director training. And he is my
Oh,
guru. And when Muiz
okay.
Ahmad is there around us, there will not be an unforgettable incident or hair-raising moment. No. But all pleasant memories are many, many, many. How people
Can
treat
you,
us. So,
yeah.
yes, sir.
Can you
Nothing.
share one pleasant memory? Can you share one pleasant memory?
Best memory one is receiving this Oscar award in Hotel Woodlands, saying you are the best salesman.
Wonderful.
Then the best moment came to me. My close friend Rangarajan TT, R we call him. At that time, it was he was doing some of the business, gray matter. Then he started doing alma mater and personality development. And after 18 years of sincere service, transformed as infinitism. And now he's called Mahatriya Ra. We did milk together, but I never knew to what extent a person can get transformed. Vivekananda is my person. Milt Apresh Acharya introduced him to me in my life. And after that, no looking back. I was praying God, why I was not born during his time.
Mhm,
Believe me,
mhm.
that deepest prayer got answered through Rangarajan becoming Mahatriya. And I am seeing a living Vivekananda through. I'm sorry because he is my not friend now. He is my guru. And I can say he's a spiritual guru. The book what you're talking, I experienced it already, and also spiritual CEO. And he was kind enough to come for every conference of Usha Fire. As and when we call, we said, I'm ready for Usha because I don't know what is that Usha has done to him or what I had done to him. But then he's a man of gratitude. He says, Hi, you have done something to me. I don't know what it is. So He called me when alma mater became infinitism on 11/11/2011, 11 o'clock, 11 minutes, 11 seconds, 4,000 people. And I said, he said, 60 minutes time I'm giving to you in the evening. Share your this, like how you gave me 60 minutes today. So
Okay.
that moment I cannot forget in my life. He gave me, my guru
Wonderful.
gave me 60 minutes time to touch 4,000 people, the decision makers, about life safety and disaster management. That moment was unforgettable for me.
Wonderful. That's fantastic. Lot of reverence. I really appreciate that, sir. Thank you so much. And now we are moving on to the segment three. The question is, would you be able to share this particular segment? Segment three is all about empowering society, especially empowering youth. Would you be able to share a career opportunity in fire safety business for youth, both in terms of job opportunity as well as the entrepreneurial opportunities?
What a beautiful question God gave to your mind to ask me. I hope this video will be there even after we leaving this world and going away. I never knew, I never had any goal what I should study, what I should become. I wanted a job. And but that job happened to be life property saving. At that time, none of us knew even the meaning of this word called fire extinguishing. Okay. So today everyone knows. My dear people, who is listening, there's a vast field without too many professionals, without too many committed people to serve. Vast number of products are there. So safety is one of the area you can try, at least who are not complete studies. BE Fire is there. You can do BSS, Bharat Sevak Samaj, Government of India certificate will come from Tambaram. If only you do a 1 year part-time course, along with your regular whatever other work you're doing. Because safety is everybody's person, everybody's responsibility. Even in your company, when you go, you're a floor leader, means you're a safety person. Why can't you develop more interest? And one day this will become your area of even after retirement, you can be a consultant, you can be an advisor, you can become a trainer. I don't have any problem. Even the last day of Corona lockdown, rather announcing, I was in Goa doing program, and I came here. Next day it got
Okay.
announced. I said inside locked, but now no one can lock my brain. To you, you are making me to touch many people today, and the other one, yes, my dear people, entrepreneurs. Yes, I never knew the spelling. I never knew what it is. I don't know even today whether I'm an entrepreneur or a leader, but I'm a managing worker. Don't make me to. Let's all work because work is the best medicine for all the problem. But then the question is, a lot of youths are not really knowing how to make it up in life. For them, I want to tell you, work, work. Whatever the job you're getting, work. Just don't leave it immediately. Okay, that's not good. Go to the second job. Okay, third job. But try to find out the area where you're really good. Once you are good, ask this question to yourself: do you really love that job or not? If you really love that job, ask this question to yourself: whether this job what you're loving and where you're good at, whether society needs it very badly, your service, or it is not so important. Then, if it is important, then whether the society pays money for you for that job. If all these four answers are yes, 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 immediately you'll not find. In the journey, you'll find. And then two options: whether you want to become professional entrepreneur or personal entrepreneur. According to me, I'm sorry, my definition if it's wrong. Professional means you are working in a company. Indira Nui is a professional entrepreneur. Sundar Pichai is a professional entrepreneur. For I don't know what is the difference between own business and someone else's business you manage. Or personal entrepreneur. No, I'm doing on my own. If you are doing it on your own, if you don't earn per month 4 lakhs, at least at the end of 10 years, then what's for that business? You could have earned 3 times more than that in another company. Okay, that company with some situation got washed out. You could have easily jumped to another. You're in demand. So, but whatever the way, work, please. Our prayer is work is worship. When you're working dedicatedly, always ask this question to yourself, my dear friends: whose house you are building? Don't say someone else's house I'm building. Always work with attitude that I am constructing my own house. In this house I have to live. My future generation also should live. What I'm trying to say, the job, don't work for the sake of money what you get. Kailasam, principal of Velammal at one time, where my son was studying, he came to our office. He called many people like you today to our company to give talks. He said, whenever we are doing good job, Whenever the company motivating you, doubt comes in your mind. Oh, I think I deserve much more than this. The moment that doubt comes, you increase the speed of your work 10 times. Either you get in the same company or in another company, but don't reduce the speed of your work, your acceleration. So becoming an entrepreneur or not, but you are an entrepreneur within the company while working, or what are the department? Is it producing a lot of job opportunities to many people because of your extraordinary work? I'm telling you, if you need any such help, I'm there to tell you. Lot more things I want to share with you. You want, but then once you do something, once you get out of a company, corporate world, then if you fail, there is no return. Your bridge is already cut. There's no demand for you. You have to be careful. So your ikigai, that's the latest word now they say. Do you really love the job what you do? You really good at it? And whether society pays money for that? And yes, now you become professional.
Very nice. In fact, sir, I'm happy to share that I do a lot of sessions on intrapreneurship, which is a buzzword today.
Mm,
So it's called inter-corporate entrepreneurship. You can be
mm,
within the organization, yet
mm,
you can become a strategic business unit head. You can
mm.
enjoy all the powers of entrepreneurial spirit, and as long as you're ready to work. So, which is actually a buzzword in gig economy. We are all in gig economy. So it's really interesting that you are really, making a lot of sense to this a new aspirational entrepreneurs who wanted to become entrepreneurs, but not ready to invest money, but want to work in the organization. A lot of dilemmas. So you're given beautiful clarity on that. Sir, I like to go to the last question on the segment 3, which is about safety tips for individuals, home front, companies, and country as on the whole. Would you be able to share your thoughts?
In how many minutes?
Sir, you can take your time, sir. We have
Three
no
minutes,
issues on
okay. 3 minutes tips, like 2 minutes noodle. We say like I'll give you 3 minutes safety tip because later on, if you're all interested, I got a lot of programs coming up. ERT, become a role model, lifesaver. You can attend on online. We are most welcome without any charge. It's all our unconditional or out of love we do this for the society during this COVID time, even after that. So now, if you're
very
working a
nice.
company,
Very nice.
place before getting seated in your workstation, be sure look here and there and find out where is your emergency exit. If your emergency exit, sorry, my earphone has come on. Where is my emergency exit? At the time of any emergency, when you hear the alarm sound or when you see an emergency, make everyone to move out through the alternative exit or to whatever the exit. If you don't know this, Kumbakonam school killed 96 students. And every fire happens, always remember me, it happens because people never knew how to come out of the building. Then you should know, once you come out, where you should go and stand. And otherwise, even in your house, in your big building, tomorrow you are working somewhere, your father, grandfather, mother, they'll go different places and the mobile line will not be clear. You don't know where is your relative. I've seen this situation. So you should have a family assembly point, even in the building where you're staying, where they should go if there's a situation which is smoke filled, and or else even in a company. Then in every organization nowadays we put according to National Building Code huge board called emergency escape route plan. This will say where is your emergency exit, where all the manual call point, where is the hydrant point, where is the detector, where is the sprinkler, where is the first aid box, where who are all your ERT team members, and what are the numbers you should call. None of the people are watching it. Why can't you take your cup of coffee and go and see that? And the numbers also load into your mobile phone in a folder called ICE. ICE means in case of emergency. COVID care number, which hospital, every number, ICE. You become a ERT leader. And same way, you should know where is the nearest manual call point. Detector sometimes may not work in that area because the smoke never started from there. You should know first not going and fighting the fire. Property is not important. Life is important. If you want to save life, you have to get everybody out. If you want to get everybody out, you have to alert them. How to alert them? Your mouth sound will not be heard everywhere. Go and break it. Most of the people don't know this. Then you should know in every organization, there's a ERT leader should be there. You should know who is your ERT leader. When the alarm sound is heard, he should put on the jacket and cap, and he is the person, more knowledgeable man. He should direct everyone. Fighting fire is secondary. If you want to fight the fire, once everybody is out, then you should know how to remove the extinguisher, how to fight the fire. Very simple, pass principle. Pull the pin and aim the nozzle to the base of the fire. Squeeze the lever. and sweep it. Pass, PASS. Pull, aim, squeeze, and sweep. ABC powder will come out. Nowadays, we keep only one type of extinguisher which can be used for all class of fires. And it's not poisonous, but don't operate before leaving, getting the people out. Then you also come out safely to the area. That's where in every organization we provide this type of. I got a product here. Earlier we used to say take your kerchief, make it wet if you're surrounded with smoke. Smoke is the killer smoke. What is killing people is smoke. Carbon monoxide, hydrogen cyanide, everything is there. So put it on your head. No, this is not an ordinary cloth. It is a fire resistant cloth. This will filter all the poisonous gas for the next 20 minutes. And it's all available in a box like this. He said, yeah, in my house I kept in 8th floor. There are 6 pieces like that. One for me, one for my wife, one for my daughter-in-law, one for my son, and 2 more for the other good people around me. And I can save them by with my preparedness. And what else I can tell you? Remember kitchen safety. He said domestic safety. LPG cylinder gas is not gas inside, it's liquid. Whenever a gas cylinder leaks, don't roll it. Liquid will come out, one drop will become 275 times larger. Never do that mistake. Keep this in a state. And if the gas is coming out like this, take the cap and press it first. This has got a locking facility. Same way, before going to bed, close the LPG wall, the cylinder wall. You should always close. None of you will be doing, I know, only closing at the stove point. Now, from here to here, the gas is there inside on the gas tube. Rasam, sambar, chili, chicken, appalam, papad, right? Rat will come inside. In such a food, it will bite. If you're close the cylinder wall, that chance is not there. Check the tube once in a while. If there's any crack, change the tube at the earliest. And most important, if you're using LPG, when the gas leaks, do not touch electrical switches. Just close the cylinder wall, open the windows, open the door, go out. Start smelling from the bottom because the gas is not going up. This LPG gas is 5 times heavier than air. It goes down. Teach all these things to family members. And if it catches fire, if you're safe, when you're coming out, close the door. So that when you close the door, you're cutting the oxygen supply. And LPG gas is not having any smell to tell you. There's a mercaptan chemical added. When you smell that gas, remember, world's most dangerous flammable gas is there in the air. Any moment there will be a disaster, not one life. Entire family, 1 floor above, 2 floor below also will go. So what I'm trying to ask you, and also educate your family members to wear a cotton apron. They are having nylon, terylene, polyester, highly flammable. When they go very close to the stove, they will be caught with fire and they don't know stop, drop, and roll, and that will be over. Whether you want to use a lighter or matchbox is safer and most conventional. You can see the flame and switch on. And you people will be using the lighter. It is 15 years old when you purchase during marriage time. Who brought it? Wife brought. After that, same wife, same lighter. Which one you should change? Lighter, because lighter should give the spark right in the beginning. So what more I want to share with you? Yeah, last but the most important point is when someone's heartbeat stops. Nowadays in the airport, in almost every corporate houses, you will find a machine like this. So remember, my dear friends, you all should know when someone's breathing stops, heartbeat stops, next 8 to 10 minutes is alive. His kidney is working, his liver is working, his every part of the body is working except heart and lungs. Can you make a big difference by going, shake and shout the person at the person? No life signal, just watch for breathing sign. There is no breathing sign. You tell someone to call 108, but you keep your heel of hand on the center of the heart between the two nipple and press it 1, 2, 3, 30 times. 3 inches down, let the blood go to the brain and let the brain not die. When that is happening, automatically after a few minutes, you will wake up. I saved 1 or 2 people during the last 39 years. And road accident, I played my role, but I want you to become the leader and share the cues with these people who created this scene to you. And now there's a machine. Fine, sometime only with this heart will not start because there's an electrical failure in the heart. Your heart has got electricity flow, ECG, electrocardiogram. Now, how to revive him? No way. This you can keep the person alive as long as you pump. Sometime it goes, brain get the blood, and you're keeping him alive. But by the time the machine comes, there are 2 pads. Pull out the pad. Anybody can operate, provided you know what you're doing. You're giving electrical shock, minute amount to the person. Remove the shirt. 1 pad here, 1 pad here, and then the machine will speak. Listen to the instruction.
Remove clothing from patient's chest.
Remove the clothing from the
Locate
patient's
pad
chest.
package in
Locate the
bag
pad
with
on the appropriate
AED.
area. Peel it off. It's all automatic.
Tear open pad
Then
package.
say shock
New
advice.
pads
This
from
light will
blue
blink.
liner.
Don't touch the
Apply
patient.
pads.
It will give
Patient
a
bare
shock to
chest.
the person. This is there in my house, not to show you today, sir. It is there for my safety. But my safety, I cannot do by keeping it here. I should tell my wife and my daughter-in-law and my son. And with this, I can save myself, my family, and my society. Products are there, and you are hesitating to break the glass and pull it out in the airport or in the corporate houses. Where are you? Because those guys may not be knowing how to operate. You become a lifesaver. Thank you. Sorry. On this subject, when I talk, I'll be
Fantastic.
possessed. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm overacting on this.
Fantastic. In fact, it's one of the finest lecture I ever had in my life. So, in fact, I'm so inspired to actually join this course to learn from your organization because many things even I don't know. I like to learn from you. So this is fantastic. I think the people who are watching this, the viewers, you can actually take a note of all these points, which is very, very important. More than anything else in our life. After all, life is only one, so let us live properly with proper safety. So, sir, now we are moving on to the segment four. The segment four is looking back and way forward. So, I'm going to ask you few things to you. Probably you can bring back your nostalgic experiences of the past. Please share a special moments in life, both business world and in society in general. And can you please start with that?
Sure. I'm waiting for that. Otherwise, I'll be a very ungrateful person.
Yeah.
When I was doing this program in my own way and in Shankar Netralaya, and someone said, our chief is coming, chief is coming. I said, who is the chief? Then I saw Dr. Badrinath coming with his wife. He said, why is coming? He want to give the keynote address. And it's a half-day program. Adapa sir was at best, and I know he is one of the legendary personality. I'm talking about 20 years backstory. Then I whispered in his ear, sir, be there for the initial awareness part, sir. I want you to be there. Okay, okay, no problem. I gave my best with LCD projector, not the latest one and all. And he sat up to lunchtime, canceling all his appointments. And while going out, he said, while handing over a small gift, I got a photograph of that. Adapa, you are too good in inspiring people. I want you to speak about eye donation. Sir, I don't know anything. He took me to the eye bank. He showed me two pairs of eyes in a small bottle, carnia. He said, what are the remaining? Remaining is not there. You should do it, he says. I said, how I can do? Yes. I came back and sat with the people and we started printing eye donation card in each and every certificate from that day onwards. Today, crores and crores of certificate got printed, crores of participants attended. And at the end of every program, we say, donate your eyes because that is the one. And today, I think my father expired at the age of 92. My village friends had the presence of mind because of our education of calling the doctor and removing the eyes. My father-in-law died. His eyes were removed. My mother's sister, Rajivi, when she died, her eyes were removed. My uncle, when he expired, Ramaya Alwa, his eyes were removed. And Sheshadri, our trainer, his mother and father. Like that, many people in our both internal family and external family and in the customer's family, I think that moment I cannot forget. If only that one line in 60 seconds, if Badrinath had not whispered in my ears that you're too good in inspiring people, can you inspire them about eye donation? A very silent movement is going on. I want each one of you, take a paper, say, I want to donate my eyes after my death. By writing this, you will not die early. You will live very, very long. And one day when you die, because and share it, get 2 or 3 people's signature. Or visit ushafire.com and download this certificate. But don't give me a reason that why you're not donating eyes now. You're pledging your eyes. So that moment I
Correct.
cannot forget. The other moment when Mahatriya in his magazine talked about Shankar Raman and Ramakrishnan. Ramakrishnan got Padma Shri recently. Below this, nothing is moving. Below this, nothing is moving. And both Ramakrishnan and Shankar Raman in Aikudi, in Amara Seva Sangam, what they created when I went there, based on the article, what I saw in Frozen Thought, nothing could stop me from that moment. Whenever I'm tired, I look into their photograph, it's here, and it inspires me. Because when they work so happily, when they contribute so much to the society, what I'm doing with everything is okay, nothing is okay. So that moment of me meeting Shankaraman and Ramakrishnan in Aikudi, Tenkasi, near the waterfall called Kutralam. For your information, I wanted to visit. We have got a beautiful guest house. I'm associated with them. We run every year Mumbai Marathon, this marathon, all for raising fund. When we run, they get money. When we run, they get money. That is the one moment. The other moment, I met a person. Hold on. A lot of motivation from one person called Nick, Nick of US. It's there in the YouTube. A man without two limbs and legs, not doing wonders. My life got changed, and whenever I'm depressed, I go through that. He is so good. And one day, someone, Kalyan Raman, told me, one of my executives, sir, there's a person like him in Coimbatore. Rush there to see Mr. S.R. Krishnamurthy in Ganapati. When I met him, my life got changed. He can roll and move here and there. And Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam met him and invited him to the president's palace and made him to stay there for 4 days and made him to sing in front of, because he's a good classical singer. He knows 6 different languages. Believe me, friends, these 2 hands from here is not there. Below this. And that person is not depending on anyone for any of his activity. He's now 68 or 70 years. I'm 65. He's 70. He's more energetic than me. Vidwan Krishnamurthy, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, I then asked him, you come here, what can I do for you? Vidwan Krishnamurthy said, I don't need anything. I wanted to meet you. You give me more than what I expected. APJ Abdul Kalam would have given him a car, a bungalow, a plot, anything, because as a president at that time. But tell me, friends, when those people are created, he travels. He moves here and there. Then I met, so S.R. Krishnamurthy is another exciting moment, which I should say, because they're all people help me to come out of depression. In business, don't say everything is smooth. Tension. Right now, we have got tension. But why we should be worried? We have got a medicine called work. We'll work. Online or offline, or we'll work. Work is the best medicine for all the problems on earth. Then I met a person who is not having sight, Ilango. And he's the best voiceover artist. Raymond, the complete man, that always, whenever you hear it, he's Ilango. Same way, he's a good singer, motivator. When I met him and a girl fell in love with him, my life got changed because, yes, they are beautiful. They're amazing. Then my grandmother, my mother's mother, Sundari, her photo is here. She came and inaugurated my first building at the age of 92. She blessed us, but I never knew that she's living with only one eye. Only when I was in a 12th standard, I came to know that she was living only one eye, other eye is covered with a glass lens. So these are all the people, and I hope Mahatria, I already said, Rangarajan becoming Mahatria, helping me, and then many, and you today, you people, listeners as well as the coordinator, you're all the people, because nobody is an independently cannot do anything. It's all because of so many people's contribution. So that's why I said, I'm not nothing, I'm nothing, and I hope I'll make them proud.
Very true, and very inspirational, and your energy level is class apart, sir. Class apart. I'm so inspired. Sir, we have come to the end of our conversation, segment 4. So a quick rapid fire sort of question.
Okay.
You already answered for many, but still I would like to recall those questions, like your mentors and your role models. Already I think you shared. And your regrets in life, of course, you shared. If you would have known the safety measures in the early years of life, you would have saved many lives in your family. And your biggest achievement, may I ask you?
This is where I know you will say, oh, starting a company, making it successful. I never made it successful. Other people made it successful. I made one area myself successful. It's very important for me. I was brought up in Kadwai house, in my maternal grandparents' house, because my father decided that I should be there here. And then that's how I lost touch with my father. Of course, once in a while, I used to go there and see during summer vacation and all. And here, my mother's brother, Mahabala Shetty, uncle, only one brother and 4 sisters, his daughter was there in the same house as a small baby. And I was a babysitter for her. Her name is Veena. One day, my grandfather says, you must marry this girl. When I was here doing all my work in Minimax. I said, oh, she's 11 years younger to me. And yes, I married because thank God I was not in falling in love with any other girl. Because காதலுக்கு நேரம் இல்லை அப்படின்னு நினைக்கிறேன் என்னுடைய தமிழ் சரி இருக்குன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். So I said, okay, she came in my life and the child came and the doctor said, it's a boy and there's a problem below the left leg. What is the problem? Pseudoarthrosis. So what? What to come on? What is it? No, it cannot be cured. You have to remove the leg, amputate below the left leg. 11 months old baby. Nothing doing. World's best doctors, everywhere the X-ray went, everybody said the answer is right. It cannot be corrected. Remove the leg. Let the child adapt to the position of walking with artificial leg at a very early age. My mind said, if there is something, that something will be nothing. From that we can create something, and it will come. One day the cure comes. If my son asks, Daddy, why you did this to me? What I should do? As they said, everything happened in the same way. Got into broken, 3 years hospitalization, leg became very short. Then someone said in Russia, a new technology got invented for making short people tall and limb lengthening. And why not this idea to my son? They responded. American doctor, Dr. Elizaru, I'm so grateful if they can respond for a letter from India. And he said, you should come down and stay here for 3 months. I said, okay. Then Singapore, someone said they're doing it after learning from Elizaru. Then I went to Akola, Nagpur, stayed there for 11 months. Below the left leg, up to the ankle, the 10 centimeter length bones were removed and thrown into the dustbin with some stainless steel rings and wires and rods and nuts, bolts. And every day, 4 times in a day, you have to turn the bolt. In such a way, one full circle will come only in 24 hours. That means in midnight, 12 o'clock, you should get up. Early morning, 6 o'clock, you get up, keep the alarm, turn it. Otherwise, the part, what they separate, the time to pull it down and it will join. And it will become again, child should undergo the operation theater inside and then they have to again release it. I never wanted that, neither infection nor this. Up from here to here, you visit to YouTube, you'll understand what is Ilizaru, named after the doctor today. Now my son, after all that thing, he's got a perfect leg, a newly created bone inside the left leg. He's the CEO of the organization now. He can lift you and me today. God, you are great. Tough times will never last. Some people do. That is my greatest achievement, sir. Not this business, all those things anybody can do. What business success or what is this award, that award, that anybody can get. But that I feel and I was there with him continuously along with my wife. And that is the most pleasurable time now. That means I also discovered the pain. Even in pain, you can enjoy life because I never kept myself free even for a moment, because that day I discovered pain is temporary, pride is forever. So this is where I enjoy. One day I feel like
wonderful.
Thank you, sir. That's my greatest achievement of making my son Manjesh all right. And by right,
phenomenal.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
This is really a phenomenal feat. You are given real meaning to those statements. Okay, it's fantastic and highly inspirational and so touchy. Sir, the next is about your future goal or your desire at the age of 64, if I may say so.
Age is not the matter as long as matter is not the age. Don't talk about the age. Okay, it's only a number.
Absolutely.
Now, 65 years, I will retire. I will sleep. I will watch TV and I will drink Narasu coffee. And wife will say, go and bring potato. I'll bring potato. You thought like that? No. Man is born to work and prosper, not to rest and rust. And I believe I'll not do the main business because so many people got created. They're running the show. Why I should go and interfere in their kitchen room? Manjesh and his team will manage. Mr.Adapa and his team will manage. Praveen Shetty and his team will manage. Shira Shetty and his team will manage. And Palani and his team will manage. Then what I should do? I should relax and enjoy every conference, every meeting. What a great feeling without getting involved, but watching from a distance. But my work will be training you, training your family, training everyone till the last breath of my life. And also fighting with the government in all my possible ways. If somewhere some solution comes through this video, good. One day the subject should be made compulsory in every school and every state. And one country, one rule, whether wearing helmet or seatbelt, there should not be permission for different states. It's all related to life. And same way, the subject should come. And I'm there to give my best of best outside resource facility without expecting anything, rather giving all the funding from our CSR fund. We are ready for that. I'm sure
Wonderful.
Kumbakonam would not have happened.
Giving back.
Yeah, we'll do that. One day it should become a school curriculum, and there should be a clear signal. Papa, that ERT trained personality in the degree certificate, in the 10th standard marks card, in the 12th standard marks card. I should lose my training business in industries because they'll say our students already trained.
I think
That's my.
I think giving back to society is something which is phenomenal. In fact, I think we should take, all of us collectively, we should take this message across to the government of India, and the new education policy should also include such great learning for every individual.
Yes.
I hope this video can be shared across to various government authorities so that they can also get inspired. Because you have covered length and breadth in the whole journey of your safety endeavor. Sir, we have actually come to the last question of the session. I wouldn't want to conclude the interview, but still, time is a time, so we need to respect the time each other. Okay. The last question is: what is your biggest fear?
You thought that the fear of life will be the biggest fear. I don't have the fear of my life. I'm so happy I got enough evidence to say that I conquered the fear of life going, even with the corona or even early, with many, many accidents. 10,000, 1,000 and odd times they poured petrol on my hand and they lighted me. I got the photograph. I'm in the Guinness Book of World Record failed book because they wanted me to do it continuously in one day, 1,000 times or 500 times. I said, I'm not ready. But you see my photographs. If you see any of that, sorry, I don't have the fear. But that fear of my son losing the leg in my life miserable. I told my wife, coming out of Mr. Sriram, MS Sriram, child orthopedic doctor said, you have to remove the leg. There's no other way. Oh my God. I told her in the Woodlands Drive-In Hotel, let us end our life. 11-month-old baby, how you can see the leg removing? And I thought, I was a timid person. My wife said, there are many other people with a much more horrible problem than us. After all, worst situation means one leg will be removed. That's all. That's all. That's all. The order came from high command. So he said, got postponed. And that was the fear. But now that fear is not really real. But the other fear is fear of losing relationship with any business or with any money matters or with any egos. That's the biggest fear. I care for my family. My grandfather on the deathbed, he called me and said, take care of all your people behind you, so many. And you have to be a good shock absorber. And my fear is never, ever lose. That will be making sleepless nights. That will create tension. And business is not worth if you're losing relationship. That fear. That's why you have to be more careful while running a big show like this. Of course, we've got a clear understanding. We de-merged in many areas, but still, our future generation should not lose relationship for the sake of money. Because money cannot bring anything. Relationship can bring everything. Yes, sir. Those are the two fears.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I know the parting words are profound and much needed in this society. Because you are all living legends, demonstrating for several decades. So, youngsters, all of us have to get inspired to take this message across in our own lives. Should be able to implement it as well. Sir, thank you so much from bottom of my heart. Do you have any final words about our interview, our conversation, about my conversation with you?
I attended many interviews and I conducted, as you said, 1,000, 10,000. We not any count now. Umpteen number of pleasant memories. But I think today you gave me an opportunity to introspect. I never slept the last 2 days. And you are expecting, you're very professional. I thought I should live up to your expectation. Today night I can sleep happily. And you made me to think back. You made me to collect all these things. You don't know a lot more metals are there. I not showed everything. And you made me. So this sea change I saw. Strangers are friends waiting to meet, they say. I met him today only. Today only. Of course, we talked 2 days back. God sends people sometime. In my life, it happens every time like that. So I enjoyed thoroughly the conversation with you, and it helped me more than the viewers. Can I do something else in the last 10 years or 15 years of my life, or only 1 year of my life? Life is too short. So it helped me. And sea change. What is sea change? Seashells on the seashore. I saw sea change, SEE change. Okay, I can see the change with your attempt. And that sea change, SEA change also, it can be so vast. It should not be limited to one area. And I'm sure it will happen because of your sincerity in planning and everything and doing it. And I saw, let me conclude by saying, my entire life energy because of Sri Sri Ravi Shankar's Sudarshana Kriya from last 30 years, I'm doing it so religious. Today also I did for 1 hours. That day, accidentally, I saw something called a yogic type of person was there, and he was explaining in 5 minutes the importance of. I don't know who is the person. While going through your profile and all the things, I saw this person I've seen somewhere. The same person, that is Prakash Sheshadri. I hope it is the same person's video.
Yes,
And
he is my partner.
I incorporated that in my Sudarshana Kriya. That is, earlier I used to do around 10 minutes bhajan, enjoying with the guided meditation. Now I said all these things. Amazing. So your entire job, I'm sure, in creating better human beings, making them to do meaningful activity, either as entrepreneurs or professional entrepreneurs or personal. But one day I would like to see this channel. You now started a teaching channel. Every person who came up in a lot of things, I'm nothing, sir. So honestly, I will give a big list of many people. They inspired me, their life. And this should go to each and every person. And your channel, your entire thing should be in a way, YouTube channel should be, people should visit. Oh, for entrepreneurship, I'll visit this. 500 and more videos. And they are very honest and sincere in telling, not hypocrisy or anything. No, falsification will not help. So I'm sure you are in a man making business. I can see a real change. And you are too good, not praising in front of them. I saw all your videos. I saw Prakash Sheshadri's videos. Only because of your this attempt of reaching me, I could see the message is very clear. Big sea change will happen in the coming years. Whatever little I can do, I'm always there for you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Your words are deeply touched our hearts, and it's a profound meeting. Thank you so much. Look forward to meet you sometime after COVID in person. Thank you so much. Take care, sir.
Bye. Thank you all. Bye.
Thanks for the time.